Do you believe a pork leg could be worth more than $4,000? Not just any ordinary pig, but Iberico pork, the black treasure of luxury cuisine. But what makes them so special? From the poetic oak forests where pigs roam freely, to the artisanal processing that combines cutting-edge technology, creating rich chorizo or the legendary Jamón Ibérico. Today, Q Process will take you on a journey to discover the secrets behind the world's most expensive food industry. Are you ready? Let's get started right away. The Iberico pig, a native breed from the Iberian Peninsula, the sun-drenched region of Spain and Portugal, is more than just livestock. It's a cultural culinary icon. Thriving in the picturesque Dehesa oak forests, these pigs carry the legacy of centuries-old traditions. Unlike industrially raised pigs, Iberico pork stands out with its tender texture, perfectly marbled fat, rich flavor, and high oleic acid content, which benefits heart health. The secret lies in their free-range lifestyle, unique acorn-based diet, and the dedication of experienced breeders. From humble black pigs, the Iberico has transformed the culinary world into a $3 billion annual industry. Only 1% of the world's pigs are raised with such special care, producing the exquisite Jamón Ibérico, which can be more valuable than gold. A top-tier Jamón Ibérico leg can fetch thousands of dollars, depending on the purity of the breed, its natural acorn diet, and the years-long curing process. If the culinary world has its luxury brands, then Jamón Ibérico is the icon equivalent to Louis Vuitton, Dior, or Rolex in the food realm. Everything begins in vast oak fields, where nature, human hands, and patience come together to create the exquisite Iberico pigs, the heart of this culinary masterpiece. The journey of an Iberico pig starts even before birth. The sow carries her litter for about 4 months, giving birth to a healthy litter of typically 8 to 12 piglets. In the first 30 days, the piglets rely solely on their mother's milk, a critical phase for building immunity and adapting to their natural environment. After weaning, the piglets are separated from their mother and raised in groups of about 40 per area. At this stage, a nutrient and energy-rich diet is introduced to promote rapid growth and optimal development. As their bodies grow stronger, the pigs are released outdoors to immerse themselves in nature. In these expansive spaces, they are still fed commercial feed while freely foraging on available plants, ranging from cassava roots and banana leaves to wild greens. True to the saying, eating like a pig, they eagerly try just about anything. After filling their bellies, they delight in rolling around on the ground, soaking in cool mud, or lounging under the golden sunlight, like enjoying a natural spa day in the oak forest. As they mature, these pigs graduate from the pens and transition to a free-range life in the oak forest, a critical phase that shapes the unique flavor and richness of Jamón Ibérico. At this stage, their primary diet becomes acorns. Interestingly, acorns grow on branches 13 to 20 feet high. And since pigs can't climb trees, farmers use long poles to knock the acorns down, while the excited pigs eagerly await their acorn rain. But eating isn't enough. The pigs must constantly move to forage, turning each meal into a natural workout. This continuous activity strengthens their muscles and legs, resulting in tender, flavorful meat with glistening marbled fat patterns, hallmarks that have made Jamón Ibérico famous worldwide. After 14 to 18 months, once they reach perfect condition, the pigs are moved to the processing stage to create premium products, with Jamón Ibérico being the standout. Upon arrival at the processing facility, every step is carried out swiftly, yet with utmost care and precision. The hind leg, the primary ingredient for jamón, is carefully trimmed, with excess skin and fat removed to prepare it for the salting process. Other parts, such as the front shoulder, loin, and tenderloin, are deboned and separated to be processed into sausages or other cured meats. After sorting, the lean meat is placed on large trays and sent to the sausage production area. When made with Iberico pork, these sausages are called chorizo Iberico, a traditional Spanish delicacy. In the process of making chorizo Iberico, the pork is finely ground using modern industrial machines capable of processing hundreds of kilograms per hour. The ground Iberico pork is then blended with traditional ingredients like paprika, garlic, and pork fat, according to an age-old recipe. After just 1 to 2 hours of thorough mixing, the mixture is ready to be stuffed into casings, creating aromatic, flavorful chorizo Iberico sausages. Are you curious about what sets chorizo Iberico apart from regular sausages? After stuffing, the sausages are hung on trays and moved to fermentation and curing rooms, where the temperature is maintained between 54 and 61 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 to 12 weeks. During this stage, chorizo Iberico develops its unique aroma, with the meat inside firming up to create an ideal texture. Rich, enticing, and irresistible. Finally, the chorizo is packaged and sent to market, retailing at around $20 per sausage. Now let's explore how the premium Jamón Ibérico is created. The pork legs are placed on a conveyor belt, ready for the next processing steps. Here, skilled artisans use sharp knives to meticulously trim away excess skin and fat. This step not only shapes the legs, but also ensures better salt penetration during the subsequent curing process. After being shaped, each leg is tagged with a unique barcode, allowing for traceability and ensuring quality standards throughout the processing journey. Following the initial preparation, the legs are moved to the salting area. Here, pure sea salt is evenly spread over each leg, either through an automated system or by hand. Machines ensure precise salt distribution, while in the traditional method, skilled artisans carefully rub the salt in, adjusting it to fit the shape of each leg. Regardless of the method, the goal remains the same: to ensure the salt penetrates evenly and in just the right amount, laying the foundation for the balanced, rich flavor of Jamón Ibérico. After the hams are coated with salt, they're moved to a specialized pressing system with pressure rollers. Inside the machine, each ham is gently compressed between 2 conveyor belts and passed through rollers. This ensures even pressure across the entire surface, helping the salt penetrate deeper while keeping the ham's shape intact. Next, the hams are automatically moved to the salting chamber, a cold room kept between 34 degrees Fahrenheit and 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Here, pure sea salt is evenly sprinkled over the surface to preserve the meat and develop that distinctive Iberico flavor. The cold environment allows the salt to slowly and evenly work its way into the meat. This gradually draws out moisture without damaging the protein, setting the foundation for the curing that follows. The salting takes 1 to 2 weeks. The timing depends on each ham's weight and is carefully managed to preserve the meat's integrity. Once done, the hams move to cleaning, getting ready for the final curing phase. The hams are hung with ropes and moved by conveyor to the brushing station. Here, soft rollers gently remove excess salt, Then the hams are rinsed with cold water to wash away any remaining salt. This thoroughly cleans the surface. After rinsing, the hams go into a specialized pressing machine for shaping. This equipment uses durable plastic molds to gently compress the meat, improving its structure and distributing fat evenly. Next, a skilled craftsman lightly taps each ham's surface, a traditional technique to detect any internal voids or defects before drying. The hams are then placed on trays and moved into enclosed chambers, starting the drying phase, a crucial step for texture and flavor. For the first 90 days, hams stay in rooms with controlled conditions, around 37 degrees Fahrenheit and 90% humidity. This lets the meat dry gradually without losing moisture too quickly, preserving its natural tenderness. This slow transformation creates a natural outer crust, while the inside develops that rich umami flavor. After 90 days, hams move upstairs. These upper areas have better air circulation and more stable temperatures. Here, the hams start interacting with the outside environment. Workers open windows and vents in the attic chambers to let in sunlight and natural breezes. Light and airflow are adjusted throughout the day to prevent the hams from drying too fast or unevenly. The goal is to let sunlight and fresh air gently finish the drying process, creating that signature aroma and texture, firm outside, tender, and flavorful inside. After natural drying is complete, the ham is lowered and prepared for the next important step, applying a thin layer of fat. Usually refined pork fat or extra virgin olive oil is evenly spread over the ham's entire surface, with special attention to muscle areas. This creates a protective barrier that prevents air and moisture from escaping too quickly, avoiding excessive drying or cracking. During the long curing period, this fat layer helps retain moisture while maintaining the ham's tenderness and distinctive flavor. It also adds an appealing glossy finish. Thanks to this step, the ham can continue curing and fermenting perfectly, developing rich aromas and that firm yet tender texture that creates an amazing eating experience. When fully matured, after being coated with protective fat, the Iberico hams go into curing cellars, dark, quiet spaces with strictly controlled conditions. These are perfect for the natural fermentation process that lasts 2 to 3 years. During this time, temperatures gradually rise to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, letting moisture slowly evaporate. On average, each ham loses about 2 pounds. Meanwhile, natural enzymes quietly break down proteins and fats into aromatic compounds, creating that distinctive, intoxicating Jamón Ibérico aroma. If you see white or green mold on these hams, don't worry. It's completely natural and harmless. In fact, it's crucial for regulating humidity and developing flavor. As curing approaches 2 years, expert tasters do a sensory evaluation. Using a traditional technique called cala, a small probe made from horse bone is inserted into several points on the ham. The craftsman then smells the released aromas to determine if the ham has reached optimal maturity. Other factors, like meat firmness, fat distribution, and overall color are also assessed. Only hams meeting all these strict standards are certified as premium quality Jamón. Each ham that passes quality standards after the long curing process is taken from the cellar to the final processing area, where every finishing step is done with care and precision. Each ham gets branded with a traditional hot iron stamp. This symbol clearly certifies its origin and premium quality. This mark has legal value, but more importantly, it's proof of the years of patience, dedication, and expert craftsmanship behind each piece. After branding, every ham gets clearly labeled with important details like product type, production year, region of origin, and certifications. This final step ensures transparency, traceability, and consumer trust. Finally, the ham is wrapped in traditional wax paper or vacuum, sealed with modern technology to preserve its rich flavor and perfect texture during shipping and storage, so it reaches customers at its absolute best. Besides whole legs, Jamón Ibérico is also sold in smaller blocks or thin slices for convenience. When preparing for slicing, the outer skin is first removed to expose the meat and eliminate any surface salt or impurities. The bone is then carefully removed, either by hand or with specialized machinery, keeping the meat structure intact and undamaged. Once deboned, the ham is pressed into a rectangular shape for easier packaging, then vacuum sealed to preserve freshness and quality. For sliced versions, modern cutting machines create ultra-thin slices, almost see-through while maintaining texture and flavor. These slices move by conveyor belt to an automated packing area. Here, everything happens quickly and precisely. The entire operation takes place in a strictly controlled environment with hygiene and temperature closely monitored to ensure every slice meets the highest standards. Thanks to this process, consumers can enjoy the distinctive taste of Jamón Ibérico conveniently without sacrificing traditional essence. The most authentic way to enjoy Jamón Ibérico is serving it in thin, even slices arranged in a circular pattern, or neatly layered, garnished with rosemary or olives, to create a luxurious and irresistible dish. And that's the well-deserved conclusion to the journey from a humble black Iberian pig to exquisite Jamón Ibérico slices, the result of time, craftsmanship, and nature in perfect harmony.